Good morning. My name is Zach Pratt. In the EDFN 530 course with all of you. I am a Millersville grad student, and I went through Millersville for my undergrad as well in technology and engineering education. Working on my master's right now in technology innovation with the STEM endorsement. And I've been a teacher at Manheim Central High School for the past 3 years now. Finishing up my third year now, and I am the materials and production tech teacher here. So I teach 4 different courses: transportation systems, materials production tech 1 and 2, a CNC course, and I'm also the club advisor. So you can see a couple pictures on the slide there of student work. Right now I'm pursuing the STEM endorsement just because of I feel that STEM is definitely a big push in education, and I also see it as beneficial in industry. So when I talk to some of the industry folks that I know, STEM is definitely a big portion of their everyday careers or jobs. So I want to better prepare my students for their possible futures. I have a lot of students that go on to be machinists or welders or just an engineer. So we understand that technology and engineering are part of my courses, but how do we incorporate science? How do we incorporate that math? So if I can understand how to relate that to the students, I think we'll all be better off. A couple hobbies and interests: woodworking, hiking, biking, camping. So I like to be outdoors as much as possible, and if I can during the summer, I get to the beach a couple times too. So when it came to the 7 strategies of assessment for learning related to or versus the 6 parts of assessment as learning, I did see some similarities. I did see a couple differences as well. So gathering data to support learning targets was definitely a big thing. We got to gather the data. We got to know what we're looking at in order to help our students. So that additional support can be provided by the teachers. Individual and group activities. There's a variety of ways we can assess students as well. So looking at the group activities and individual activities, and we're looking at assessments, there's definitely a lot of similarities there. The differences, though, however, in the 7 strategies chapter 1 I read, there a lot more student-led learning can happen in the classroom, whereas with the as we're learning, there is some student-led learning, but even though it might be a group activity, it might be led by a teacher. And then we have the data gathered in the classroom for under 7 strategies. It was more of a formative assessment in the classroom, which is good because we're looking for that immediate feedback. In the 6 parts of assessment, it was more of a summative. We're looking at it afterwards, after the model is done or the project. In the 6 parts of assessment, I did notice that there was a little bit more student stress created. And it also provided less feedback to the students during the process or immediately. It was more of afterwards. What best matches my philosophy, and I look at 3 different things: ownership of work, the guidance that I give to students, and also the feedback. So ownership, I really think that students should be responsible for their learning at some point or another. This really helps them to kind of gain an understanding as to why they're learning something. Facilitation, I think of myself more as a guide than a teacher giving them the content and say, here, learn it. And then the student feedback or feedback to the students can really create that growth. And I think that's crucial for any student.